After shocking the nation by returning to LSU for his senior season, Stringer Bell was expected to take his team to the national title, but the new year is off to a disappointing start. The Tigers took an upset loss to Louisiana Tech in week 2, but after a couple of bounce-back wins, they have a chance to get back into playoff contention with multiple big games against top 10 teams, including Stringer's former teammate Avon Barksdale in Alabama. We'll see if Stringer can get his team back on track today, or if his senior season will end up as a failure. So first up today, we are headed down to the Swamp to take on the Florida Gators. And they're going slants here on this second play. Stringer is all over it, but drops it. That would have been a great way to start this out. Good to see these guys are trying to sling it around a little bit though. And once again, dude tries Stringer, able to get a big paw in there to swat it away. Offense goes 3 and out, and coaches actually had Stringer playing on the punt team. We'll see if we can get some free stats here, and Stringer absolutely sitting down the returner. So a tackle and 2 deflections already on the day. And this looks like it's going right to Stringer too. Somehow gets over his head, and that's actually going to be a big game. But Florida's quarterback taking a lot of risks early. He's thrown to Stringer on almost every single play. It's only a matter of time before we take one the other way. As we see a counter come out here, Florida's going to pick up the first down, but Stringer tracks it down, racking up the tackles in the first quarter. And now Florida going with a more run-heavy approach. That is not going to work. We've got to make the Gators pass to beat us, and we're able to get a stop on 3rd down. We hold the Gators to a field goal, and offense is doing its job today. 6 tackles for number 7 already on the day. This Florida play calling has been pathetic, and this is starting to look like it could be a big blowout win. Would be huge for our playoff hopes, and Stringer trying to swoop in for the screen pick there. Can't quite get to it. But this team has played an excellent 2 quarters. We will take a 25-point lead in the halftime. So at this point, we're all about getting those turnovers. Sadly, we haven't gotten a lot of chances since those first couple plays, but Stringer's teammate gets one here. And suddenly this team is looking like a national title contender once again. And we do definitely have the talent to get there. That early loss to Louisiana Tech just totally threw me off. And coach ends up taking Stringer out, so no turnovers on the day, unfortunately, but I honestly feel like he played well. So after the big win, we're taking on number 7 Oregon State. Stringer starting this thing out with a nice tackle. Not sure what to expect today from the Beavers, but dude's running an out route here, and Stringer is on it, diving for the pick. That is the start I wanted to see. One of the nicest interceptions of Stringer's career for sure, but unfortunately offense not able to cash it in. Oregon State does have a 99 overall defense, so I have the strangest feeling if we want to win this game, defense is going to have to score, and this might be an opportunity. Number 14 getting the pick, taking it down the sideline, and offense better score this thing. There we go. Just like that, we are in business, up 7-0. But Oregon State is putting together a drive here. Those counter plays are so hard to defend. Hopefully Stringer can find a way to shut this down, and on the read option, he lays a huge hit in the backfield. Looks like the Oregon State quarterback is hurt on the play. How many times have we seen this in Stringer's career? He has become one of the most feared hitters in football history, as we get a nice drop there on the sideline to end the Beaver drive. Offense has been giving us just enough so far today, as Oregon State's unit continues to struggle, and we'll be looking real good if we can get a stop on 3rd down here. That route's gonna go absolutely nowhere, and coach has got Stringer back on punt return here, as Oregon State's quarterback has actually been ruled out for the game. Stringer might have made a bigger impact with that than he even did with the turnover. Getting another tackle here on the 5 wide play, and I'm looking for pick number 2 on the day right now, but that's an absolute dot from the backup quarterback. Bro's name is Makia Tung. That is crazy. We just gotta hold it down for a minute here. And you idiot, bro. Stringer snatches that out of the sky. Looked like the quarterback was trying to go to the running back, and we will, of course, take this to the crib. Easy money. And that might just put this game away. I'm really hoping that Stringer can turn this into a crazy day with the stats. Chad West absolutely brickhanding a pick there. And we head to halftime looking excellent against another top 10 team. This defense has been incredible today, and there's a forced fumble. Stringer is right there to pick it up, add into those turnover stats. Sad that his momentum took him out of bounds, because we got a great animation there, and we're just gonna keep on racking up those stats. Definitely aiming for at least 3 picks on the day, but Oregon State's taking a deep shot here, and they finally have a big play. This is gonna go all the way to the crib. So the Beavers are technically within 2 scores, but I'm pretty confident in our defense right now, and I thought that was about to be another pick from Stringer, but 14 breaks loose. Just like that, Oregon State getting some big plays. That's a tackle that Stringer makes almost every time, and Oregon State just sticking with this heavy run game. We'll have a big time 3rd and 11 here. They're going bunch, and dude has a guy wide open. Irish is gonna break out of the tackle and pick up the first down. This game gets just a little bit interesting, and that was a good play action fake. They're going with a pass, and dude has all day in the pocket, gonna try a guy deep, and Oregon State is officially right back in the game. For some reason, the Beavers chose not to go for 2 there, so it is still a 2-score game. And on 3rd and 7, we have a chance to stomp out this comeback, and swarming the quarterback in the backfield, he goes down. Beavers really should have tried to get it within 8, and this quarterback is just getting dogged in the pocket right now. Not seeing a huge sense of urgency from Oregon State. Like, why are you throwing this pass at this point in the game? All we got to do is just keep everything in front of us, make sure nothing stupid happens, and that's a halfback screen pass, you idiot. We will take that and take it to the crib. Stringer's 2nd pick 6 on the day, and that'll definitely close this game out. Oregon State showed a little bit of fight, but they just were not ready to come down south, and I want at least one more pick before we get out of here. But Oregon State's still trying to score, and that is an absolute dot for the touchdown. Somehow the Beavers just continue to hang around in this one, and they get the 2-point conversion. I have a bad feeling about this offense not able to kill the clock. So somehow Oregon State has a chance to tie up the game with a minute left. We're just baiting up that flat, and he is going to dump it off. That'll take a ton of time off the clock. But at this point, it really seems like anything can happen. Thankfully, we are able to get a sack in the backfield on that play. And now we just got to get a stop on 4th down. Time is ticking down, and pass rush comes through again. They've been spectacular today, and we get out of there with a dub that was maybe closer than it should have been. Stringer basically won the game, coming up with 4 turnovers on the day. But after a couple of big wins, we've worked our way back up to number 11 in the rankings. But this game is not getting off to a good start. Offense turns it over twice in a row, and A&M already has the chance to go up by 2 scores. Goal line defense is going to have to come up big on 3rd down, I guess. And A&M going with a play action pass. This looks dangerous as they hit Stewart, but he is not able to get into the end zone. We hold the Aggies to a field goal, but offense having an atrocious day. We're trying to make something happen with these big hits. But it's looking like we need some pick 6s today to win this game. And A&M is a run-heavy team. They've got a big one here. When we start out with turnovers like that, it's just really hard to stay in the game. And if I'm A&M, I'm going with the most conservative game plan possible, which it looks like they're doing. We desperately need to stop here on 3rd down, and it's another play action pass. This is going to be an out route. I was trying to bait it up, but we get a sack. An offense at least able to get 3 to keep us in the game. We'll see what the A&M offense does here. This looks like another big run, and it might be going to the house. Number 4 is going to crib it on the stretch play. So if we don't get a pick 6 or something soon, we are in big trouble. And this is probably our best chance before halftime. We'll finally get to see A&M pass the ball a little bit, or maybe not. Their quarterback just takes off, and he has an absolutely huge gain. Fumble that ball, bro. We give up a score here. This one might be over, but we've got the quarterback in the backfield there, and he fumbles the ball. Stringer trying to pounce, but his teammate gets it. And offense finally able to get a touchdown before halftime. Just like that, we're right back in the game. But this team needs its star to make a play right now. He just hasn't been able to get that turnover yet. Something's going to have to happen soon. A&M going speed option, and we are all over that. So a big time 3rd and 10 here. Definitely going to decide the momentum for the rest of this game, and they go with the halfback hook route, throwing it to Stringer. I don't know why that was the idea from the quarterback, but Stringer is going to take this to the crib, and that is exactly what we needed. We have fought our way into the lead for the first time today, and that was certainly an interesting play. Fullback trying to go over the pile. We'll see if A&M has an answer cooked up, as they're just going with the slant play here. Stringer was almost on it, can't quite get to it. Probably should have baited up that other slant just a little bit more, as our opportunities for turnovers have been very limited, and Stringer misses a chance at one there. Was not expecting that dude to try our zone again. Defense got to dig deep for one more stop here on this 3rd and 4, but A&M goes with the run, and we can't get to it. Their balance has been tough to deal with today. Play calling has been pretty solid. Like, this jet sweep just isolates us, and that's going to turn into a big game. So the Aggies are threatening to retake the lead. Let's find a way to jar this ball loose. Dude goes down hard, but doesn't cough it up. All right, so 2nd and goal, and I'm actually going to go pass here. Quarterback taking off again. Only thing between Johnson and the end zone is Stringer, and he gets stiff arm, but that effort was enough to keep dude out. And A&M actually going to go pass again here. Johnson throws it to the flat, and we are able to make the tackle short of the goal line. That is huge. A&M is going to be able to kick the field goal to tie the game, and unfortunately offense doesn't do anything for us, but A&M's going to have to start passing it here, and dude makes a big mistake throwing it to the curl. The 2nd pick 6 for this defense on the day, and that might be a season saver right there. Now all we got to do is keep these guys out of the end zone. It looks like A&M wants this to be the last drive of the game, as they're going play action here. That was almost another pick. We got a huge 3rd down here with just over 2 minutes left, and A&M going with spacing. That's just going to make it a more manageable 4th down. So this is the play of the game right here. A&M going aggressive on 4th down, and they are going to pass out of this. Stringer gets turned around, but dude drops dumps it. Let's go. Offense able to get a big time field goal. We have come all the way back. And dude actually tries Stringer on the running back right again. We're able to get the tackle. I would love to see another pick from our boy before it's all said and done. And this might be it. Stringer plays it perfectly, but it somehow goes through his hands. Come on, bro. This quarterback needs to be punished for throwing that. And he's just chucking it up here. How can this dude get so lucky? So you just never know what might happen here. Dude is once again gonna go to Stringers, man. I don't know why he's throwing that. That's way short of the sticks. So time coming off the clock. We got third down. This time, dude throws a strike over the middle though, and A&M's within 3. Thankfully, we recover the onside kick, escape with a win. Stringer had the big pick 6. Defense came up big today with those turnovers. So here we go, man. It is time for the big one. We're taking on Alabama and Avon Barksdale, and Stringer gets a chance to kill him on the first punt return, but gets stiff-armed in the face. Avon came to play today. The last time we played, Avon of course came up with a game-winning catch, and Stringer is pissed off after that first play. This is definitely going to be an interesting game, man. I'm honestly surprised Alabama's ranked so low at 8-1, especially since Bryce Young found another year of eligibility to come back and play, and somehow dude is wide open there for an easy game. Bama driving it out the gates. We're gonna have to find something here, but we get dotted up. Not a good start for us, man. Offense at least able to get 3, but it seems like today is gonna be a struggle. This game could of course very well decide the SEC West, and we've got to find a way to deal with this run game. We'll see if Bama goes anywhere near Stringer today. Dude's just gonna chuck it up here, and that'll be an easy pick for our safety. There we go. Offense unfortunately not able to do anything with that. Stringer has to find a way to create a play here soon. I should note, man, Stringer only has 9 interceptions on the year. I say only because he had double that number last year, but teams have been staying away from him, which has opened up more opportunities for his teammates. Quad Wilson coming down with one there. And offense at least able to muster another 3, and Stringer trying to force a fumble right now. 5 tackles for our guy already in the first half, and I don't know how these dudes are getting this wide open, man. This is going to be a 30+ yard game, and we can't be giving up a touchdown before halftime. Quarterback taking off here, and Stringer coming up with a big hit. Sadly doesn't get credited for the sack, but we'll have a 3rd and 10 here. The Tide on the edge of field goal range, and Stringer trying to bait something up. Instead, dude throws an absolute dive. We'll see if this goal line defense has some magic in them, but sadly Bama is able to punch it in pretty easy. We're really gonna need offense to start waking up soon. This defense has already really done its job, but when we get turnovers, we need them to turn into touchdowns. That's why Stringer is so good. On around 50% of the interceptions he does catch, he takes it to the crib, as Avon getting his first catch of the day down the sideline there. That's a big one. This defense is starting to wear down just a little bit, and dude going with a bomb here. I don't know where our safety is going, man. Just step up and make the pick. We might just be screwed if the Tide get a touchdown here. They go speed option, pitching it out. Stringer's the only one who can make a tackle, and he does. So a huge 3rd and goal. Bama is just gonna run it again, and Stringer tries to come up with the big hit, but gets stiff armed. We do not get the score that we desperately needed from offense. It is gonna have to be defense making a play today, as Stringer gets another crack on Avon, able to hit him this time. This is the drive where we need Stringer to catch a pick. Trying to bait everything up, and I thought that was coming to him. Instead it gets to the comeback. We do have a 3rd down here. Stop would be big, and Bama just gonna run it. Stringer does get the big hit to stop him short. Hopefully that can give our offense some juice. Sadly it does not. We are just having no luck whatsoever right now, and at this point Bama's just gonna be able to run it down our throats. Avon really hasn't even had to do that much today, and Bama actually went with a screen here, dude. The one time I wasn't expecting it, and we're not even gonna get the tackle. That's gonna turn into a huge game. They really served us up a pick 6 on a silver platter, and we missed it. Those are the plays we gotta make if we want to win a national championship, and Bama gonna get into field goal range. This is not looking good going into the 4th. At this point we just gotta hope for something crazy, but it is just not going to happen for us today, and Bama is just gonna kneel it out. They look like the better team by far today, and Stringer just couldn't come up with that critical pick today. Had 15 tackles, and Stringer has sadly fallen off of the Heisman watch. We'll see if he can get back on a next episode.